Welcome everyone, Adam, TheDailyWoo here. Thank you very much to the person who left a note on my window this morning as I came out of my hotel. And thank you for not trying to figure out what room I was staying in or going to the front desk and calling my room, because that has happened in the past. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's TheDailyWoo. Elliot!
There's a cool old truck. And time for some supplies. Halloween decorations and costumes are in full swing. I don't know about you guys, but Halloween and Christmas, my two favorite holidays. Okay, I take that back. I changed my mind. Christmas is my favorite holiday. Halloween is my favorite holiday season. The brawny guy doesn't have the top of his head. Eyes without a face, that's the human race. And that took a little bit of ingenuity. There's a jet plane made of Coca-Cola 12 packs. Oh, and by the way, Dr. Pepper is distributed by Coke here in Florida. Other parts of the country, it's by Pepsi. Weird. I have a couple ants in my van. I wanted a smaller container than this, but that's all I got. Whoa, I don't know if this is true or not, but you ever looked into this? Pretty crazy. Drink up, van. You've earned it. People think I'm insane talking to my engine out here in this parking lot. Here's some answers to some commonly asked questions lately. DJI Phantom 4, Canon 70D, DSLR. 196,254.2 miles. Yes, I have deleted my Twitter and my Instagram page. No, they are never coming back. Facebook, for now, still exists. These vlogs, the Daily Woo, will always carry on. I'm putting a lot of attention and detail into my full day of filming for these vlogs. The Adam the Woo channel still exists, but on a smaller scale. And I say that lightly because when I do upload on there, whenever that day comes, it is going to be an epic video that constitutes the magnitude of what the Adam the Woo channel is. But for now, let's just have fun here on the Daily Woo. It is now time for a staple of delectable delights here in the Florida Panhandle. I'm talking about Po Folks. One thing I like about Po Folks is they have these little games, and you know who else likes games? Is Arnold. That's right here. And look, there's another Arnold over here, Commando Arnold. That's right here. Yeah. And Alex is here as well. Is that your Arnold?
It is.
So we're doing the double Arnold today. I ate green berets for breakfast, and right now I'm very hungry. Oh, she thinks I've lost my mind too, which I probably have. A little appetizer, fried green tomatoes, and some sort of dipping sauce that I'm not familiar with. Heading over the bridge to Fort Walton Beach. This miniature golf course is the oldest surviving goofy golf anywhere. It opened in 1958 and is currently closed today, but you can see all these statues are original, including this dinosaur and this shark and this monkey next to this palm tree. And dare I say, this is probably the least expensive miniature golf course I have seen probably in the last decade. The crazy thing is, I can remember playing miniature golf here as a child. This was the final hole, and if you got it in the snake's mouth, you got a free game. And it looks exactly the same as it did almost 30 years ago. This is wild. Look at this. Nothing has changed. He has a very hollow stare. Don't stare at me like that. There was one time my family was playing golf here, and my sister ended up knocking the golf ball across the road, and it basically bounced across the road over to this old building. We are now about to turn onto the Strip of Miracles. I'm not kidding, it's called Miracle Strip. What if anyone's ever consumed Miracle Whip on the Miracle Strip? What do you think? Do you like Miracle Whip?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, it's like the best stuff ever. Look at these guys waving their arms around like they just don't care. I'm now stepping out onto Fort Walton Beach. Let me ask you a question. Which beach do you think is more beautiful? Florida beaches or California? This is a Florida Panhandle beach. The water looks amazing. The beach itself, majestic looking. That's a toughie. Although California does not have these nasty storm clouds brewing. There are like 3 or 4 helicopters that just went by right over the shoreline, really low to the water. You don't see that in California. See what's inside here. Whoa, whoa. They have a huge shark dangling from the ceiling. You getting inside the mouth? There you go, you're getting eaten by a shark. Very realistic, you're doing a great job at selling it. There you go, that's better. Because that's the motion you would be making if a shark attacked your head. This thing is just dangling from the ceiling by a rope. It sways, look, it sways to and fro. It could fall on me right now. Hope it doesn't follow me. If you look closely, there is a gigantic beach ball on the top of a hotel roof. We walked all around this boardwalk area asking some of the people who worked at the shops where a certain photo opportunity was, and what did all of them say?
It wasn't here.
They all said it didn't exist, but they were wrong.
That's right.
They were wrong. It's right there. Look, the shark is attacking. All right, do the music.
Dun 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 dun.
What was that? Is that Jaws?
I think, yeah.
Sounds more like a sci-fi movie.
Help me! Pull me in! Get me off of this stinking shark!
You think they really had a sponsorship with Lifesavers, or if they just threw that on there as like a clever little anecdote? You ever see any girls around these parts hanging out on the beach? You ever see any lovely ladies? Oh, look! Well, look what we got here. Need a ride? Come on, don't give me the cold shoulder. Hop in. Gonna check out the City of Fort Walton Beach Heritage Park and Cultural Center. This is a mastodon tooth, a tusk, and vertebrae. And this is an old cigar store Indian right here, and they give a description basically on why cigar store Indians were created, and they were to get people who could not understand the language to enter into their shops. I can't talk. Is it a bow and arrow? That's not right. That's not what it is. It's called a bow drill. And this is a Seminole canoe, and it's really hard to tell how small it really is. I could fit maybe a foot in there. My body, there's no possible way I could fit in there. Oh, there we go. Now, so basically what does that do? You spin it around, and then what happens down here? It's drilling into the wood.
Pump drill.
So it's like the old school way of drilling into a piece of wood. And here is a book based on one of the Panhandle's most famous pirates, Billy Bowlegs. I remember this. I ran in a race when I was young, and it was the Billy Bowlegs race. Wow, that brings back memories. And here's some of the festive outfits they use in the Billy Bowlegs festivities. We are now walking to the top of the burial ground. And at one point, this was the exact center of the city. And you used to be able to walk up to it, but now they have this railing. And to protect it, they don't want you walking over there. And the original temple mound, which we're standing on, was built a heck of a long time ago. Right there. It's pretty crazy, right? It's kind of hard to see, but that oak tree looks like it's seen better days, and they have patched it up in some facets. Very hard to see because it's really dark, but that tree does not look normal at all. And directly across the street is an old Coca-Cola general store. I bet they got some neat stuff in there. Here's some old Coca-Cola crates. This reminds me, my grandfather used to work at Coca-Cola, and back when he worked for them, this is what he would deliver Coca-Cola bottles in. This could be the coolest dancing Coke bottle in existence. Well, it might be the only dancing Coke bottle in existence. And they have a new Coke can. Look, this is what new Coke looked like in the mid-'80s. This is so hard to find. The can has like imploded into itself, but this is it. New Coke. This was a promotional material when Star Wars first came out. Look at this, R2-D2. Adam the Woo? And on the back side of Buccaneer's gift shop, not only do they have that old Coca-Cola machine and other Coca-Cola paraphernalia, but they have a gargantuan Coke bottle. Cheers!
Cheers.
Yeah, say it louder. Ready? Cheers!
Cheers.
Good job. She went full Coca-Cola. Here's a little engraving on the concrete, dated 1993. The U.S. Air Force Armament Museum. This looks interesting. The size of these things are incredible. Check out that SR-71. Remember back in the day when that was like the primo spy ship? Top secret. I've never stood under an SR-71 before. I have to lower my head and hunch over, and that's where the wheel would compress up into the top there when the landing gear went up and down. They have a weapons display vault with an entire arsenal of everything you can possibly think of. Man, look at this thing. That could cause some damage. Some of these things are completely insane. I'm not trying to make a joke here, but doesn't this look a little bit like Arnold? Just a little bit. There it is, Moab, nicknamed the mother of all bombs. You know what it's really called? Without looking at the sign?
Mother of all bombs?
No, it's called something else. It says right there on the sign.
Massive Ordnance Air Blast. Huh.
It sounds cooler when you just say mother of all bombs.